in a pot, in a bowl, in a pan, whatever, in a pan, and then you pour it and sit it and eat it all by yourself, don't you just feel like a total galump?
Well, yeah, I feel like a frumpy galump, but the problem here, Jeff, is you could make multiple meals out of it. Or are you afraid that when you go in on that Cheetle that you are, you're going to eat it all?
You fear that, you do, and in your mind it's there. And the last thing I want to do is activate launch sequence and just sit it in front of me, and I'm sitting Indian style, watching American Pickers, and before I know it, I'm the Cheetos guy.
You're the Cheetos. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Jeff.
I'm the Cheetah.
Well, see, why do you think Cheetos are so popular? Do you have any idea?
I don't. Cheeto the Cheetah, I would assume.
His name's Chester Cheetah?
Chester Cheetah, whatever the friggin' name.
Okay, well, it's not Cheeto the Cheetah. It's Chester Cheetah.
Chester, right. I forgot.
You're right. He had lots of commercials in the late 80s, early 90s. I wanted to play a couple. I have an American commercial here, and I have a Chinese commercial.
Oh, okay.
So let's get our initial reaction to these Cheeto commercials, okay?
Okay.
All right, so here's Chester Cheetah's commercial compilation. This is from the summer of 1987, Jeff, when I wasn't even born and you were just a wee little tyke.
I was 6 years old at this time, yes.
Wow. Well, here, let's this is when his influence permeated, because Cheetos, fun fact, Jeff, was a Chinese snack. It came out in 1978 in China. It didn't come to the United States.
You know what? I can see it now for some reason. When you look at it now, you'll never look at them the same.
Well, think about it. Now, knowing that it's Chinese, look at Chester Cheetah, and you say to yourself, that's obviously a Chinese anime guy.
You know what? I'm Googling pictures now. I'm looking at it. You're right.
Does he not look Chinese?
He's Chinese now today.
He's a Chinese cheetah.
You'll never look at him the same.
Well, you won't, because he's Chinese, and now your mind is blown. Now, with that in mind, let's listen to some Chester Cheetah commercials. This is the very first one that came to the United States of America.
I'll do anything to test new Cheetos Ghost Snacks. Put this on, Judgy. Oh. For crush proofidity. Walk it off, Judgy.
Now, before we go any further, this was the first commercial. He's in a lab coat. He has a sumo wrestler, Chinese, Jeff, sumo wrestler jumping on Cheetos to make them little pop-sized snacks.
Okay, I get that.
Okay, all right. So anyway, now they're in an airplane, and Chester Cheetah is ready, and
anywhere ability, funky backpack. Final test for a resisticity. Gracias, amigo. Scientific conclusion: they take a beating, you keep on eating. Dangerously cheesy.
Can I go home now?
New Cheetos Ghost Snacks.
Go anywhere but hungry.
Wow.
I'll tell you what. I'm looking at pictures of Chester. He's a slim, slender guy.
Well, have you ever met a fat Chinese guy?
No, and if you didn't know, and he's got he's got big hands and feet. You know what that means?
Yeah, he wears big socks.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What? You didn't like that?
Well, you know what? That's let me guess. You were that's what she said guy, huh?
You know that. You don't even have to ask that, because you know 100% that that's who I am.
Yeah.
Now,
and that's who you are, and you would still be that guy if it was acceptable.
Oh, 100%. And now we are looking for our Chinese Chester Cheetah. And are you ready to hear the original Chinese Chester Cheetah?
Chinese me.
You want to get Chinesed?
Chinese me.
All right, you're getting Chinese, baby. Here it is. Now, hold on, Jeff. It gets better here, brother.
안에 들어있는 20가지 재밌는 스티커를 모으세요.
치토스의 볼링 이야기.
Now, before we go any further, Chester Cheetah has his little Chinese outfit on, and he's bowling now with 13 different animals, Jeff.
Let me tell you, that excites me more to want Cheetos than the American version, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%. And this commercial was from the summer of 1981, right when you were just born, basically. And this was the initial Chinese advertising pitch. It was hang out with your friends and eat Cheetos.
Yeah, so that was the cocaine era.
It was the cocaine era. Yeah.
And seeing that and listening to that, it really feels like the cocaine era, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. But Jeff, it gets better. This gets really wacky. And for those of you, we are really invested in Chester Cheetah. So here we go. Chester Cheetah's Bowling Adventures, Part 2.
이야기. 오, 바비큐 냄새. 오, 치토스. 난 못 참아. 이번엔 놓치지 않겠다.
Now, before we go any further, his heart's now exploding out of his chest. Okay.
Is it exploding or is it blasting off?
It's you know what, Jeff? You can only blast off on a Fabulous Friday. You know that.
Oh.
You know that. Now, speaking of, here's Chester Cheetah. He's freaking.
Silly me.
Silly you. Now, hold on. Here he goes. He's freaking out. Now he's running for the Hajajabata Cheeto.
오, 치토스. 이번엔 먹고 말 거야.
치토스, 과연 성공했을까요? 오리온.
Now, does that make you want a Cheeto or what?
Only in China do they have a 2-minute Cheetos commercial.
I was just about to say, Jeff, that was 2 minutes and 24 seconds. That was one commercial.
That was the entire commercial block for a TV show. Unbelievable.
But here's the thing, Jeff. He looks so different. Like this Chinese cheetah, he's a real Chinese cheetah. I think they have bastardized Chester Cheetah in American folklore.
Do you know it's very hard to be bastardized, and when that happens to you, and what they did to him in America, he just came over here and he's been whored out, and look, to the point where it's mac and cheese, which I'm going to have to try and report back, obviously.
110%. And before we get off this, I just want to leave everybody with this last commercial, Jeff. I think this is the way that we can really end this discussion. This is the very first commercial that Cheetos made. The Chinese company made this commercial, it says here, for the American audience. And this commercial was dubbed over, Jeff. And they dubbed it over with American voices. And
well, this has just got to be spectacular.
It's fabulous. Put it this way, they're at a pool and they're putting on sunscreen. That's how the commercial opens. So you have 3 Chinese kids, 1 fat kid, 1 girl, and 1 skinny kid, hanging out with a cheetah. He's got really tiny little glasses, okay? And they're sunscreening each other up.
Who's sunscreening the fat kid?
Who do you think is sunscreening the fat kid, Jeff?
It should be Chester.
It's Chester fucking Cheetah.
Oh, God damn it. What a gift.
Okay, so here, he's starting out. Now, there's a fat Chinese kid. Chester Cheetah's got his hands on his shoulders. And then...
Have you ever put the lotion on a fat kid?
Well, define fat kid. Like, so like if I lotion up my body, or do you mean have I ever lotioned...
Like you don't do it to yourself. You do it to another chunky.
Well, it's funny. We have a mutual friend, and when we went to Windsor one day... he asked me if I could put lotion on his shoulders because he couldn't quite reach. So I said yes, and I lathered him up good, and it was quite an experience because I'd never felt such large shoulder blades. Like, when you put something on your shoulder, it's one thing, but with him, it was like a full 360-degree circle.
See, you remembered it. It stuck out in your mind.
I did.
There's nothing like lotioning up a fat kid. Give it a go one time, everybody, all right?
That's right. And listen, this is how Chester Cheetah starts off lotioning up a fat. Have you ever lotioned up a fatty?
Oh, my God, please. Of course, several.
Have you? Now, have you ever done a tum-tum? Did you do a back? What did you do?
I've gone all around the world here, pal.
You've been all over.
Oh, I've lotioned up so many chunky, milky white thighs. You don't know what day it is.
Oh my God! Look, what a lucky guy. Well, let's see. What does Chester Cheetah think?
Us.
오리온.
They're standing at the pool, and
치토스의 분수대 이야기. 아, 치토스 냄새로군요.
now he's lotioning them up. The kid pulls out a bag of Cheetos. Uh-oh. He's going crazy, Jeff. Oh, wait. Oh.
가엾어라, 또 못 먹었네요.
치토스. 언젠간 먹고 말 거야.
오리온.
Wow.
I was waiting for you to finish this all off with, that sounds like something, or the beginning of a cheesy porno.
Oh, you were waiting for my dad joke?
Yeah. Did you have one? Or?
Well, you know what? How about this? How about, be careful when you're lotioning up a fat guy? No, I don't have one.
Yeah, that's...
I was trying to figure out how to incorporate Dangerously Cheesy.
Well, you didn't do it, okay?
I didn't. I fucked up. I fucked it up. See, I can't even be dad joke guy anymore.
Yeah, you were fails. Oh, God.
Here's the unemployment choo-choo.